Our duty is to preserve these gains while ensuring that the force continues to evolve with the changing times. We must also be sincere about the challenge of funding. Sustaining readiness, conducting exercises, and maintaining operational capability require resources that are often stretched. And I would like to inform the director, they informed me just before I came in here that there's a bit of a gap for Uganda. We're going to cover that. We're going to fully meet our obligation in terms of funding. Yet, this challenge should not discourage us. Rather, it should sharpen our resolve to find practical and lasting solutions. I hope this meeting will generate fresh ideas and a shared commitment to addressing the force's funding needs in a realistic and sustainable manner. The Eastern Africa Standby Force has matured into a respected component of the African Standby Force. Our task now is to ensure that it remains relevant, resilient, and ready in an increasingly complex strategic environment. That demands continuous adaptation, investment in future-oriented capabilities, and unwavering confidence among our member states that the force will be ready whenever called upon. History teaches us that preparedness cannot be improvised in crisis. It must be built in advance, maintained consistently, and tested regularly. That principle should continue to guide our work. If you see how other regional military organizations work, you will see that most of the work is done before a crisis emerges. That our deliberations will reflect the professionalism, strategic vision, and leadership that have long defined the chiefs of defense and security of Eastern Africa. May this session strengthen our force, deepen our cooperation, and help us find practical solutions to the challenges before us. With those remarks, it is my honor and privilege to declare the 36th Ordinary Session of the Committee of Chiefs of Defense and Security of the Eastern Africa Standby Force open. I thank you for your attention. Thank you. It is a great honor to welcome you to Kampala for the 36th Ordinary Session of the Committee of Chiefs of Defense and Security of the Eastern Africa Standby Force. I thank each delegation for honoring this meeting and for your steadfast commitment to the ideals that gave birth to this institution. Our gathering today reflects a shared determination to strengthen regional cooperation in the service of peace, security, and stability across Eastern Africa. Before I proceed, as indeed the director did a while ago, I wish to pay tribute to the late Honorable Hassan Omar Mohammed Burhan, Minister of Defense of the Republic of Djibouti, who passed away on the 16th of July 2026. He was a respected Pan-African and a strong advocate of dialogue, solidarity, and collective action in addressing the security challenges of our region. On behalf of this committee, I extend our deepest condolences to the government and people of Djibouti and to his family, and may his soul rest in peace. Distinguished chiefs, we meet at a time when the security environment is becoming more complex, more demanding, and more unpredictable. Conflicts are changing rapidly, extremist threats are evolving, illicit networks are becoming more sophisticated, and technology is reshaping the way operations are planned and conducted. At the same time, humanitarian crises, displacement of people, and climate pressures continue to stretch the capacities of our defense forces. In such an environment, preparedness is no longer measured by numbers alone. It is measured by agility, interoperability, foresight, and the ability to respond decisively under uncertain circumstances. For that reason, the readiness of our standby force must be sustained through continuous planning, regular training, and constant adaptation. The ongoing transition to the African Union Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia, AUSOM, is a clear reminder that our region must remain ready for change. We cannot afford to depend on unpredictable circumstances. We must remain prepared to respond whenever the African Union and member states require collective action. A few days ago, the Eastern Africa Standby Force successfully concluded its force verification exercise here in Uganda. That exercise was more than a formality. It was a practical demonstration of our pledged capabilities and a confirmation of the readiness of our military, police, and civilian components. It showed that Uganda remains committed to building a credible, interoperable, and deployable regional capability. This achievement is commendable. It reflects years of cooperation, trust, and steady progress in transforming doctrine, planning, and training into real operational readiness. A standby force earns credibility not only through the missions it undertakes, but through the confidence it inspires before deployment becomes necessary. Regular verification, realistic exercises, and sustained preparedness strengthen deterrence, support preventative diplomacy, and provide the African Union with a dependable regional capability when circumstances demand it. Distinguished chiefs, the responsibility before us is therefore substantial. We are not here simply to review reports or endorse recommendations. We're here to shape the future readiness of our forces. The decisions we make will influence doctrine, training, force generation, command and control, logistics, and interoperability. They will determine whether the Eastern Africa Standby Force remains capable of responding to increasingly complex, multidimensional conflicts. Our work must be guided by realism, professionalism, and foresight. Operational credibility is built long before deployment. It is built through planning, common standards, interoperable systems, disciplined institutions, and trust forged by years of working and training together. Our duty is to preserve these gains while ensuring that the force continues to evolve with the changing times.